Hi, I'm Rich with New Life Scientific, and today I'm going to do a video on how to realign your hand crank with your specimen head. And a lot of times you'll notice what will happen is the hand wheel offset weight will get misrealigned from maybe a little excessive. Maybe the screws came loose in the truck that we're going to show here in a little bit. And what we get is we get an off balance so that your specimen head is dropping when you're not even touching the wheel. And so it's an easy fix, and I'm just going to walk you through how to do it quickly. And the only really tools you need is this 3mm hex Allen, and I like to have just a flat screwdriver. I also have this other 3mm because sometimes I know you won't have these, but I do recommend one of these that have the handle so you can reach down in. So the first thing we're going to do is just remove the knife assembly here, and I'm going to go ahead and take out the tray here. I'm going to just unloosen the knife assembly here, slide that out here, and I'm going to take off the tray over on this side and just set it to the side too. And now we're down where we want to be, and it's this coupling right here. And it has some set screws, 2 set screws actually, that couple the hand crank to the specimen head. So the hand crank has a offset weight to kind of offset the weight of the specimen head, because this has got a lot of weight to it. It needs to be offset so that everything is very counterbalanced and balanced. So first thing we got to do is essentially bring this all the way up to as high as possible to the center there. And you can see just about right there. And I'm going to just hold the hand wheel while I loosen these screws here. So you can see there's 2 set screws. And sometimes you might have on your particular unit, you might have it to where you can't reach the set screws. So what I would do if you can't reach them is just adjust the hand wheel to where you can reach them and just get them loose. So if you have to just get them loose first, then you're going to loosen that one. And then now the weight has, and I'm actually going to have to hold this while I loosen this other one to get that one loose. Now I'm going to push this all the way up to where it stays by itself, because it's at top dead center, and it's right on that pivot point where it's not going backwards or forwards. It's just right on top dead center. Now once I get that where it stays, then I want to position the hand wheel where I can lock it like you normally would when you're loading and unloading the specimen chuck. So this is locked in. This is at top dead center here, and it's staying. And I've got my screws aligned here now where I can actually tighten them. Now I always like to have just a teeny bit of a gap right there, because I'm going to tighten the back one first. And I just like a teeny gap because I'm going to show you in a little bit why I like that there. So I'm going to snug this one up here, and you got to be careful because it does want to turn on you. So get it in and get it snugged just enough so it won't turn. And then we can come over here, and I'm going to just barely snug that one. Now I'm going to take my flathead screwdriver, because I actually want to make sure that this coupler is meshed in between my 2 clamps, so it's snug. So I've snugged that one, and I'm just putting that in there, and I'm just giving it a little tug over so it's completely snugged in there and there's no play on the coupler. So I push that over, and you remember I have a little bit of tension on both screws so that it holds it in place, so I can actually go ahead and snug that up more. Snug that one up again. I'm going to do it another tightening down, tightening it down. And I've been holding this with my left hand so that I didn't bump it and it wouldn't move. So now we have the alignment done. So now we can unlock this and we see works perfect. I can let go of the handle at any position and it will not move. You can see, and that's the way it should. You should be able to let go of the handle and it should be completely balanced across the offset weight here and the weight of the head there. And that is how you realign the Microm head assembly with the hand wheel. And like I said, it's very quick and easy, and sometimes those screws come a little loose or you hit something hard and it spins on the shaft, as it were, and gets offset. So top dead center on the specimen head and locking the hand wheel in aligns the two. And if you have any more questions here at New Life Scientifics, don't hesitate to give us a call. Thank you for watching.